Hello, my beautiful people. Thank you for tuning in to Africa's Florence N. Florence Najuma, your midwife here from Uganda, Kampala. Welcoming you. Thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for your comments. We are back on air again. I know I've taken some time without uploading videos. There's been a lot that has been happening, and whatever has been happening is for the good of this channel at the end of the day. So we talked about preconception care in the previous videos. We talked about nutrition care before conception, and today we have a real life story. Today we have a story regarding first time pregnancy experience. You know, this is the first time you are having a pregnancy, the first time you're conceiving. It comes with fears, it comes with anxiety. You don't know what to expect. You don't know whether what you have heard about pregnancies is also going to happen to you. So today we have a guest on our channel that is going to take us through a first time pregnancy experience. Okay, so as I have already said, we have a guest on our channel to take us through her first pregnancy experience. Proceed, you're very welcome to Africa's Florence N YouTube channel. You're very welcome. Thank you for coming. You can introduce yourself to our viewers.
Amanya Mase Prose langa nsanyuse nnyo okubeera ku channel eno okunnyonnyola ku experience ya first pregnancy.
Okay, thank you. You can tell us how old you are currently.
Kati nina emyaka 24 nalufuna n'emyaka 16.
Okay, so she says she got pregnant. The pregnancy that we are going to talk about, that time she was 16 years. Currently she's 24 years old. So, Procy, you can tell us, how did you recognize that? How did you know that you were pregnant?
When nategeera nti nina olubuto nasaanika okubeera nga seewulira bulungi, nafunanga obunafu, nafuna senyiga, nembeera nga mbeera mukaamu 24 hours nga sisobola kukakkana okamukanyiiza.
Okay, but yes, and this was, you were at 16 years old?
Yes.
In which class? Were you at school or you were out of school?
Nali nsoma, nali in primary 7.
You were primary 7? Were you living with your parents? Whom were you staying with?
Nali mbeera njajja wange.
Okay, so you were staying with your grandmother and she was looking after you?
Yes.
Okay, so now you are in primary 7, you are 16 years and you're getting pregnant, you're having these symptoms. That is how did you confirm that you were pregnant? Those could have been symptoms of any other thing, any other illnesses, whatever she's talking about. You know, during pregnancy, we say this is Africa's Florence N. We simplify things. So we have what we call presumptive sign. You know, presuming you're pregnant. You think you are pregnant. So those symptoms could have been symptoms of any other illness. How did you confirm it was a pregnancy?
When I take it nina olubuto na missinga period yange y'omwezi ogwo.
Okay, you missed your periods?
Yes.
And then you confirmed that you were pregnant?
Yes.
Okay, now you have confirmed you're pregnant. What next? Whom did you tell first?
When I take it nina olubuto nasooka nengemako sister wange kwa yali mukwano gwange. When nagambako ewaka, pose the brother wange abaaliwo ewaka.
Okay, and what was their response?
Bo bwe nagamba nti nina olubuto bamubuuza ogenda lukolera ki? Ne bagamba simanyi kyakola ssaawa zino eno. Ninja kusooka kumala kukola tawumala ki kyaŋŋamba. Ne bagamba naye tolugyamu fe weetu tujja ddulabira at least iwa nawe agenda ddulabira olubuto.
Okay, so you had support of your brothers and your sisters.
Yes.
And they told you not to commit an abortion, to do an abortion, what we call a non-therapeutic abortion. So she was cautioned by the relatives, by the sisters and brothers not to so. And grandmother, when did grandmother get to know that you were pregnant?
Yet yategeera ko ne waka maze okuvaayo.
Why couldn't she get to know?
Teyabeerangayo waka yaddanga weekends.
Okay, so over the weekends, how come she did not notice that you were pregnant?
Saamusemberanga nnyo kwa neefulanga bize n'ebintu ebyayo nga tinga mubeera wala nnyo.
Okay, so you never got into her space for you to see that you were pregnant? Okay, so now we are talking about a pregnancy. I'm wondering where the other person responsible for the pregnancy is. Was he a boy? Was he a man?
Yali musajja kwa yali ansingako emyaka. Yalina 24 nga na 16.
And he was 24, you were 16. Yes. Was he working? Was he also still in school?
Yali akola.
Okay, so He's 24, he's working, you are 16, staying with your grandmother who comes at home over the weekend, and you have conceived. Okay, so now tell us about the pregnancy journey. When did the grandmother get to know?
Grandmother yagenda otegeera nti nina olubuto ng'ewaka nvuddeyo nava ewaka nga tumaze PLE nengendako mu anti bange e Kampala bwe nabeerayo nakitegeera nti nina olubuto ne bantikka ku mmotoka ne banzeewo omulenzi ne mbalagira tugendewo omulenzi kale tuuka ow'omulenzi baŋŋamba omulenzi osigala naye watugenda musiba ne mbagamba ngenda sigala naye.
Okay, you loved your man.
Yes.
So you said they shouldn't take the man to prison. No case should be held upon him. So you went and started staying with a man.
Yes.
Pregnancy.
Yes.
And so you stayed with him throughout the pregnancy.
Nabeerako naye emyezi ejawedde emyezi 5 ate n'agenda.
When the pregnancy was 5 months.
Yes.
So he left you. Was he staying with his parents? Was he staying somewhere?
Yeye yali apangisa ng'abeera yekka kati naweza emyezi 5 ku lubuto n'angamba njagala kuddayo ewaffe kwati yali wa mu kitundu mwe nabeeranga.
Okay.
Yali ajja buzikola.
Okay.
Nawe kati njagala kudda waffe ne mugane oba ogenda ewamu sooka ongula ebintu okukozesa mu ddwaliro kozesagala kugenda mu ddwaliro nswale mu basawo kati omanyi sooka ongula ebintu by'omu ddwaliro byonna olyoka ogenda ewamu.
And he bought them?
N'abigula byonna.
And when he was going to back to his place, did he promise he would be back, he would be coming back, or he was leaving for good?
Yangamba ajja kudda n'angamba njja kubiranga essimu nkwe n'obuyambi.
And did he come back during the pregnancy?
Teyakomawo.
And you stayed alone in the room, or there was someone else?
Nabeeranga nzekka.
16 years?
Yes.
Pregnant?
Yes.
In one room?
Yes.
And how did you manage?
Nafunayo akalimu awo ka restaurant netandika okukolanga mu restaurant paako myezi 8 n'ekitundu.
Okay, and antenatal, did you attend antenatal?
Yes, nagenda ku antenatal.
You went to where? A clinic, a health facility, hospital?
Nagenda ku Nakasongola Health Center for
gye
bankwerako antenatal gye bansomeseza byonna birina okukola ku lubuto.
Okay, so that is good. That is Nakasongola Health Center for, that is Uganda. Any midwives at Nakasongola Health Center for, thank you so much. A 16-year-old was at one time at the health center and she got a teaching. Personally, I do not work in Nakasongola Health Center for. I am a midwifery tutor. I teach at a nursing school. That I appreciate. Midwives deserve an appreciation. Nakasongola Health Center for, thank you so much. So what are some of the things that the midwives taught you?
Bangamba nga okola nnyo exercise ne bangamba obutasitula nnyo bintu bizito wayinza okuvirako olubuto okwekyanga omwana okuvaamu ne bampayo so ne ku makerenda ag'okumiranga buli lunaku.
Okay.
Yes, ganyameko okuba n'omusaayi.
Okay, so she was told what to do. She was given what she was supposed to receive. Did you find any challenges? Was there anything that was challenging, new to you as a 16-year-old in the antenatal clinic?
Kyenasangayo ndowooza ekipya mu kunkebera ku antenatal nti otuuka mu ddwaliro ate ng'olina okuggyamu engoye kwega ogende ku katanda nga toyambadde kati byampangamukko obuzibu nga biba biswaza.
Okay. So to the midwife out there, that is an experience, something to get. She's 16 years, she's coming to the health center, and you are telling her to put off her dress, go to the coach. She says it was a bit embarrassing. And I believe, and what did the midwives, did they explain to you why you had to go through that?
Bangamba nga nti tulina bw'ogaana okukebera tujja kumanya mwana mu lubuto oba mulamu oba nedda.
Okay, that is good.
Kati tulina okukebera omwana oba mulamu oba nedda. Kati okyampawaliriza nga nze ogenda mu ddwaliro nga sambadde ekiteteeyi nga nyambala skati ne blouse nga n'akaleesu.
So that you don't completely undress.
Yes.
That was good. And midwives, we are learning. Health workers out there, we are learning. When you teach someone, when you tell someone the reason as to why you're doing that, she says that compelled her on the way of dressing, guided her on the way of dressing, compelled her to attend her antenatal visits because she was explained to. That was good. And then, with whom did you used to go to? With? To the health facility? Alone? 16 years?
Yes.
Okay, that was encouraging. I would like to thank you so much for attending antenatal clinic. Okay, now we are attending antenatal, and you said you went to a restaurant? You were working at 16 years so that you could cater for yourselves. And where are your relatives? Where is grandmother? Where is mommy? Where is daddy? The brothers who promised that they would be there for you.
Baliye waka mu kyalo eyo ningaze mbeera nze keno mu town ne bamama nga gye bali ewo gye babeera.
But no, nobody really wanted to know what.
Tewayagala kumanya.
Okay, because you got pregnant.
Yes.
Yeah, parents out there, I think we have a point to learn. She had already conceived and she had accepted her pregnancy. I call upon the community. If this person has accepted her pregnancy, then let us all accept what she has accepted. Okay? So, and through the pregnancy now, we want to go to that time of delivery. What happened? How did you know? Where did you deliver from?
Nazaira mu Nakasongola Health Center for auto otanikoku nafuna signs lwairwa kutaano nefuna signs nga mpulira obulungi nnyo nga nemba ntula butuzi mba mpulira nga kinfumita nnyo ku Friday ne Saturday kati ku Sunday sawa zaali 11 nga nzo kusogenda okunaaba awatena atanikoku nga kisusse nga sawa okusitula kadomola ya dositula bucket nga kinsimba nnyo ne ngamba ono yandiboole omwana.
Okay, but then before we continue with that journey, I would like to know, during pregnancy, did it ever occur to you that something bad, a complication, you could get a complication staying alone in the room 16 years and you're pregnant? Any danger signs? Were you told about danger signs of pregnancy?
Bazingambako nti bw'ositula ennyo ebizitowa ono yambala engoye ezikunyiga osobola okugira omwana asobola okuva osobola okufulumya omusaayi nga kasate kanatukaako omwana kati nenneewalanga nnyo ebintu ebiyinza okuneetera olubuto okucyankalana nakolangako ebisaamusaamu nga ndi lubuto.
At least they told you if bleeding, if you happen to have it is a danger sign pregnancy. And did you ever hear of things like blood vision, you cannot see properly, severe headache?
Sina kyenafuna kyonera nga ndi lubuto.
Okay, and you never cared about any other thing. You didn't know anything that could happen to you. Okay, so we go back to our delivery. 5 a.m. you start feeling these pains. And you start suspecting you could have started labor. Were you told about signs of labor before that?
Bayite babingambako nnyo ebyokubira nti nawulirirako kale mu baneighbors nti omwana aba naatera okujja kinchikusimba nnyo olanga yagala ogende manju kati banga bwowulira nga kizze nga kikusimba togenda manju ofuna akabaketi konze kati nange kyenakola bwe namala okunaba nga kinsimba nagenda bugenzi mu ruumu yange neneesibira mu ruumu.
You're staying alone. You are 16 years old. You locked the room when you got this thing that was on and off pains. Why did you? What were you thinking at that time? Why did you lock yourself in the room?
Ensonga ki neesibira mu ruumu bwe nagendanga ku antenatal nasanga nga abakyala mu ddwaliro nga beesibye obuleesu batambula eddwaliro lyonna babanywesa amazzi agookya kati nga mbuuza lwaki ono atambula nnyo nga ate atuuse okuzaala bagamba nti ebisa talina bisa tebinaba kujja nengamba kati meseji agendayo sirina gatambula sisobola kunywago mazzi ga liitiriiti kati kambeere ewaka mwana n'atuuka okufuluma nti agenda naye nga sigenze kuntambuza mu ddwaliro.
That was your personal decision?
Yes.
Okay, whoever is out there, please, when you start having those pains, it is not you to tell yourself to move around, to stay home, to decide. When you start having those pains on and off, it is the hospital, let the health worker, let the midwife decide on whether it is false pains, give you time and tell you what to do. That was not fine. You should have gone to the hospital and then decisions are made there. Okay, so now 5 a.m. you lock yourself in the room, you're having pains. What next? Did you deliver in the room?
Nedda oluvanyuma okuva ku ssaawa 11 kaleeza tuka ku ssaawa 8 n'ekitundu egundi neeyabika.
From 5 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Yes.
And then you saw waters. And then
nenzigulawo oluggi nempita omukyala elandroad wange kuba yaliwo ye yakitegeera lwaki neesibiddemu kati nemmuyemuga mumanyi tugende mu ddwaliro era yanyombesa nnyo nanga lwaki tuwaŋŋambe budde nga bukyali netugenda mugamba bula nesagala tambula ku ddwaliro eyo naye tufuna boda netugenda mu ddwaliro.
Okay, we would like to thank that landlord of hers. Landlords, I am a community midwife and the community the community needs to be aware the community out there, everybody out there, when you see a pregnant woman, it is also your responsibility. So in her case, she was 16 years, staying in a room alone, and it is the landlord that had to take her to hospital. When she opened the door, membranes had ruptured. Ladies out there, women out there, please don't do that. That was very dangerous. Anything could have happened. We could have lost our baby, because even when labor starts, we monitor the baby's fetal heart every 30 minutes. Now, Prissy here, because she was ignorant about that, she was 16 years. Yes, I know in some countries, at 16 years, someone is considered an adult. But in Uganda, you're considered an adult at 18 years. But whichever way, according to World Health Organization, adolescence is from 10 years to 19. So she was still an adolescent. And we thank God that there was a landlord, there was a community member, I would want to say, who came and stood in the gap and helped out. And she took you to hospital.
Yeah, yantwala mu ddwaliro.
Okay.
Era twatuuka mu ddwaliro twasangawo omusawo sikyajjukira n'amannya ge.
Yes.
Naye twasangawo omusawo yaliwo. Era yanfaako bambe. Kwanti naye nakatuuka. Balaba nagamba nga tonnatuuka wakutuuka ali katini. Ne muga musawo nze nno okuzaala. Nangamba sooka obakawo katanda nzija. Kati yali afuluma bw'ati. Era nga tandise okwekkama. N'akomawo era kale sooka ogumiikirize nze nkuge ekyoteekeddwa okukola. Naye kati linda bw'owulira ekisa eky'amaanyi nga kizze woba osindikira. Tomala gasindika. Konze okay kiri fine. Era ekyatuuka akaseera ne kijja n'ensindika omwana afulumye omutwe. Nanga bakebera olaba konze kale nfirinze omutwe gw'omwana akoze eki buzze. Kati nanga boddamu okiwulira sindika nnyo omutwe gufulumire ddala n'omwana aveeyo.
Okay, so what gave you a go ahead on the pushing is the midwife held your hand and you touched the baby's head, you felt the hair, and you got more guts to push. Okay, that was good. And you know, you pushed the baby out.
Yes.
And what was that? First of all, give us an experience of that pushing. What was your experience with the pushing?
Nze omwana bwe yali annuma nali mpulira nga njagala kiri ekinnuma kiveeyo yensonga nafunanga amaanyi agasindika. Nali mpulira nga kiruma.
Yes.
Tosobola gamba nti ogenda kutakulawo kati nga just olina kupushinga nnyo.
It's a pain that is somewhere that you cannot hold.
Yes.
You cannot take off.
Yes.
Yes, but then in your explanation, you talked about you arrived and the midwife thought you were not ready to push.
Yes.
You were not yet ready for the actual delivery.
Yes.
And you told the midwife that for me I've come to deliver.
Yes.
Midwife out there, including me, there are some primogravidas that will not make alarms all over. There are some primogravidas. She was staying in a room alone. She had already persevered issues. So even delivery, she came a strong primogravida, 16 years. So when this primogravida comes in, she's 16 years, you look at her, you do not know whether the person she has come with is a community member or this was her landlord. You might think this is her auntie, her mother, and she's standing strong. You think she is still in latent phase of labor. She came when she was already in active phase of labor. You know, life changes, stressors of life make us change the way we respond to issues. Her response to the pains was different. It was the response of perseverance. So that is a learning point for the midwives. Now, Prosi, what was your experience when the baby was out? How did you feel?
Mwana yafuluma, nawulira bulungi, nawulira nga nzikakkanye nga mpona okwewuka mpewuse.
Okay.
Yes, nawulira essanyu kubanga mwana yavayo nga mulamu, nga nange ndi mulamu.
Okay, that is good. We thank God the baby came out alive, crying. Was the baby crying?
Yes, yakaaba tiyalina buzibu bwonna yadde.
And you felt happy?
Yes.
Did you put your baby on the breast immediately?
Basooka bamuteeka wali ku kagundi yekka nange bakyannongoosa.
Okay, then afterwards you got your baby?
Yes.
Can you give us some little experience on after delivery?
Bwe namaliza okuzaala bannongoosa ne bantunga. Omukyala yangendako yamanyindibwa nti bagenda kuzirika n'abakazi abakulukulu abali oku mabbali ko balaba nga ndi mwana muto nvuddeko omusaayi mungi kale balowooza nti ngenda kuzirika naye okuba nga nvuddeyo nga ndewala okwetambuza ntambula nokakala nasikakanako yadde.
Okay, you were a strong prime para now.
Yes.
She has already delivered. Before delivery she's a prime gravida. She has delivered, she has a baby, now she's a prime para. Okay, but you were strong.
Yes.
And so a lot has transpired. I know the baby was the baby immunized?
Yes.
The baby was immunized. A lot, I know there is a lot that we have skipped in the story. Now I'm interested. You were staying alone in the room.
Yes.
You have delivered. You're leaving the hospital after some time. Was it after 1 day, 2 days, hours?
Okay,
after 24 hours, she's going back home. Where? Did you go back to your room alone? And you stayed alone?
Yeah, sister mukulu wange yajja nembeerako ko naye ennaku zaalinga 2 ezaddako nenvaayo nengende wa jjajja wange yali azaala mami wange.
And she looked after you?
Yes.
And the baby breastfed very well?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay. And you got pregnant when you were in P7, conceiving in primary 7. Do you think it affected your life?
Kyakosamuko obulamu bwange waseyongerayo kusoma.
Okay.
Nalina okulabirira omwana nga nze mama nga nze taata.
Okay, now you have reminded me. You have to look for the baby. You're the mother, you're the father. Where is the father by now?
Simanyi.
He never appeared again?
Yes.
Even up to now?
Yes.
You are in Kampala, you're doing your businesses?
Yes.
To look after your boy?
Yes.
And the father is does not know what pertains to the child?
Namukubirako essimu nga nzadde kuba essimu yaliko akaseera ako.
Yes.
Kati wategeera nti n'ozadde omwana kyeyannyambako nduza kumpa amannya ga mwana.
He sent the names,
yes,
to be given to the baby.
Yes.
And that was the contribution. Although he bought the items to be taken to hospital for delivery, his second contribution was sending the names to the boy. Gentlemen out there, please, it takes 2 people for a conception, for a pregnancy, for a delivery. My sons there, my brothers out there, let's get a bit more serious. Okay? So, Prosi, I thank you so much for sharing your story with us. And this is a story where the midwife, we have learned something. Parents, we have learned something. I'm sure adolescent girl out there, you have picked up something from Prosi's story. And I believe that this can be used Prosi's story can be used by a midwife out there. Midwives, this was a 16-year-old girl coming to the antenatal. She attended all the antenatal visits, and nobody even ever got to know that this is a 16-year-old staying alone in the room. I know sometimes there is workload. You have a lot of women, workload, there's shortage of staff, but at times if you get time off, especially now at 16 years, she was staying alone, anything could have happened. She was not aware of danger signs of pregnancy. We can pay more attention to some of these ones, okay? And I thank God for the Ministry of Health, Uganda, for the efforts. At least she was 16 years, she got, health care, and she had a normal delivery. She was not sectioned. She had a normal delivery, and she does not really have a bad story to tell. So thank you so much. Thank you for viewing. Please subscribe, share, and like so that it can get out there to someone that would want to have and want to know about a first-time pregnancy. Florence Najuma, still your midwife. God bless you so much.